Dear men, most of my life, I have told people that my dad and uncles made me a man. After much contemplation last night, what occurred to me was that they did not make me a man. What they made me was masculine. What they made me was violent. What they made me was hypersexual. What they made me was emotionally disturbed. What they made me was insecure. What they made me was someone who was living an image of what I felt I was supposed to be and not disappointing them. It's not until I felt grief, when I learned how to grieve, and it took a long time, because if I grieved or felt any type of emotional discomfort, I would act out in violence because that's the environment I grew up in. As years went by, society told me it was okay to be violent because it was so much violence everywhere that I was consuming was violence. When I had to sit down and grieve and deal with grief and deal with disappointment and deal with coming to terms with myself about who I am, what I feel, and are these thoughts mine or are these thoughts my dad's, the big brothers from the neighborhood, and my uncles, who, even abandoning the lessons and programming that I was given about what a man was supposed to be and what a man was supposed to do, caused grief. Because it forced me to have to find me and build me, and I couldn't do it alone. I could name 100 mentors that I looked at them men, I looked at what they was doing, I looked at how they conduct themselves in their life and their marriage, and I said, I want to be like that. And I reached out and I got their guidance until their guidance was used up. I didn't abuse them, but I used them to become a greater man, and they gladly gave it. Some of them still giving it. So when young people hear this message, or if you got a young person that's just violent, just picking up them guns like I did, that's beating people down like I did, that wanted to fight every day like I did, ask him about his grief. Ask him, has he come to terms with his grief? Let him know violence is not strength. Violence is a weakness executed outwardly. The real strength is knowing how to grieve.